Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Friday, January 6, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. You will find the link to our Patreon in the description and comments section below. Toronto Blue Jays vs Tampa Bay Rays. Toronto is going through a tough stretch, and on Wednesday, the Jays are starting left-hander Yusei Kikuchi, who's 5-1 with a 4.08 ERA, and in his last 5 starts, he's 2-1 with a 4.32 ERA. The left-hander has also pitched well against the Rays this season, as he's 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA, as he went 6 innings, allowing 4 hits and 1 run, which was a homer, and struck out 9. As a pitching staff, Toronto has a team ERA of 3.98, which ranks 11th. Toronto is one of the coldest teams in baseball right now, and on Wednesday, the bats will have a hard time heating up against Shane McClanahan. The left-hander is one of the best pitchers in baseball, and he doesn't give up much hard contact or allow many base runners. Yusei Kikuchi, meanwhile, has a good record, but he still gives up plenty of hits and hard contact, which is a worry against this Rays team in Tropicana Field. As well, Tampa Bay is 21-4 as a home favorite and is 22-4 at home overall. Toronto, meanwhile, is 12-14 on the road, and as road underdogs, the Blue Jays are 3-7. I love this spot for the Rays to beat up on the Jays lineup, which has struggled to produce runs as of late. The Rays will be giving the ball to their ace and left-hander Shane McClanahan, who's a perfect 7-0 with a 2.45 ERA. In his last 5 starts, he's 3-0 with a 2.25 ERA, and against the Jays this season, he's 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA as he went 6 innings, allowing 1 run and striking out 6. At home, the lefty has also been dominant as he's 3-0 with a 1.20 ERA in 5 starts, stretching 30 innings. Tampa Bay also has a team ERA of 3.39, which ranks 2nd. Although McClanahan is on the mound, I still like the over 8 runs in this game. Even though McClanahan pitched a shutout in his last start, in his last 5 starts, the games are averaging 9.8 runs per game, while Tampa Bay is 28-18-3 and hitting the over, which ranks 4th, and at home, the Rays are 15-10-1. Toronto, meanwhile, is 23-23-2 and hitting the over, while on the road are 15-10-1. As well, in the 4 games these two teams have played, not including Tuesday night's games, the games are averaging 8.75 runs per game. Finally, in Toronto's last 10 games, their games are averaging 8.7 runs per game, and Tampa Bay's are averaging 10.9 runs per game. Take the over 8 runs. St. Louis Cardinals vs Cincinnati Reds. The Cardinals played well over the past week, and they've won 4 of their last 6 games. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Reds, which will give them their 5th win in their last 7 games. St. Louis is averaging 5.10 runs per game. Their .261 batting average is 7th in the league. Their .335 on base percentage is 4th, while their .438 slugging percentage is 6th. Nolan Gorman has been the most consistent batter for the Cardinals. He leads the team with a .301 batting average, 13 home runs, and 39 RBI. St. Louis's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 4.76 runs per game. Opponents have a .266 batting average against the Cardinals, which is 27th in the league. Their 4.32 ERA is 17th, while their 1.44 WHIP is 26th. In his last start, Matz gave up 6 hits and 1 run in 4.2 innings, but the Cardinals lost to the Dodgers 5-0. They will need a similar effort from him if they want to get the win. The Reds have lost 4 of their last 5 games and 3 of their last 4 home games. With the exception of their 6-run performance in the first game of the series, they have struggled offensively, scoring only 7 runs in their previous 3 home games. Even though Matz has struggled on the mound this season, he pitched well in recent games, giving up 5 runs in his last 3 starts. He is also 4-0 in 4 starts against the Reds, giving up only 8 runs in those starts, so expect him to keep their offense in check. The Cardinals have won 4 of their last 6 games and 3 of their last 4 road games. They are playing very well offensively and scored at least 5 runs in 4 of their last 5 games. Even though Lively pitched well in his first start of the season, expect the Cardinals to play well offensively in this game because they have hit the ball well against right-handers, and Cincinnati's bullpen hasn't been able to close out games during their slump. Their offense bailed them out in the first game of the series, but they won't be as fortunate in this game, so go with St. Louis to cover the run line. The Reds snapped their 4-game losing streak with a win over the Cardinals in the first game of the series. They will try to keep the momentum going with another win over the Cardinals, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 3 games. Cincinnati is averaging 4.28 runs per game. Their .243 batting average is 18th in the league. Their .322 on-base percentage is 15th, while their .371 slugging percentage is 27th. Jonathan India leads the Reds with a .287 batting average. Spencer Steer leads the team with 6 home runs, while Jake Fraley leads the team with 32 RBI. Cincinnati's pitching hasn't been good, with the team giving up 5.17 runs per game. Opponents have a .272 batting average against the Reds, which is 29th in the league. Their 5.04 ERA is 28th, while their 1.49 WHIP is 29th. In his last start, Lively gave up 2 hits and 2 runs in 5.2 innings, but the team lost to the Yankees 6-2. They will need another solid start from him if they want to win this game. Our total pick is under. Baltimore Orioles vs New York Yankees. Baltimore swept Toronto on the road over the weekend to enter Tuesday with 5 wins in their last 6 games. The Orioles entered Tuesday's action 31-16 and stood second in the AL East, just 3 games behind the Rays for the division lead. On Sunday, Baltimore got 5 hits from Cedric Mullins, run, 3 RBI, while Austin Hayes, run, RBI, contributed 3 in the victory. The Orioles broke a 3-3 tie by scoring 5 times in the top of the 11th inning to earn the win. Dean Kremer didn't factor in the decision as he threw 5.1 innings, allowing 1 run on 9 hits with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. Mike Baumann, 3-0, earned the win in relief as he threw 1.2 scoreless innings, allowing no hits with no walks and 1 strikeout. Wells has been solid this season for Baltimore, though he has been hurt by the long ball, surrendering 10 homers in his body of work. That could prove problematic against a Yankee team that has the combination of Aaron Judge and Anthony Rizzo near the top of the lineup, along with other power bats throughout the order. Cortez has been rough in his work, though he is coming off a solid outing in his last start. He has been a bit unlucky as his FIP ERA is 4.51, nearly 3/4 of a run lower than his actual number. Cortez has thrived against Baltimore in his career, while Wells has scuffled against the Bronx Bombers. Give New York a slight advantage in this contest as they find a way to claw out a win here. Our team New York Yankees. New York won their 4th straight and 6th in the last 7 games as they took down the Reds to sweep the series Sunday afternoon. The Yankees entered Tuesday 3rd in the AL East with a 29-20 record, leaving them 6 games behind the Rays for the top spot. On Sunday, New York finished with 6 hits, with no player recording more than 1 in the game. Harrison Bader, his 4th, and Gleyber Torres, his 7th, each went deep in the victory for the Bronx Bombers. Luis Severino didn't factor in the decision in his season debut as he threw 4.2 innings, allowing 1 run on 4 hits with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. Albert Abreu, 2-1, earned the win with 1.1 scoreless innings, allowing no hits with no walks and 1 strikeout. Clay Holmes worked around 2 hits with 1 walk and 1 strikeout in a scoreless 9th to earn his 5th save. Our total over. San Diego Padres vs Washington Nationals. The Padres didn't play well over the past week and they've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They will try to turn things around with a win over the Nationals, which will give them their 2nd win in their last 6 games. San Diego is averaging 3.48 runs per game. Their .222 batting average is 30th in the league. Their .312 on-base percentage is 21st, while their .379 slugging percentage is 26th. Xander Bogaerts leads the Padres with a .257 batting average. Juan Soto leads the team with 8 home runs, while Matt Carpenter leads the team with 21 RBI. San Diego's pitching has been good, with the team giving up 4.04 runs per game. Opponents have a .231 batting average against the Padres, which is 4th in the league. Their 3.92 ERA is 10th, as is their 1.25 WHIP. In his last start, Weathers gave up 3 hits and 4 runs in 5.2 innings, leading to a 4-0 loss to the Dodgers. They will need a better effort from him if they want to win this game. The Nationals have won 2 of their last 3 games and 4 of their last 6 home games. They are playing very well offensively at the moment, scoring 17 runs in their last 3 home games. Expect them to play well offensively in this game because they are batting over .300 against left-handers and Weathers has struggled on the mound, giving up 5 runs in his last 2 road starts. He gave up 4 runs in his lone start against the Nationals and will have a hard time slowing them down in this game. The Padres have lost 4 of their last 5 games and 6 of their last 7 road games. They have struggled offensively during their slump and scored only 10 runs in their last 5 road games. Things won't get easier for them in this game because they are barely batting over .200 against right-handers, and Williams has done a good job on the mound in recent home starts, giving up only 2 runs in his last 3 home starts. He gave up 1 run in his last start against the Padres and will keep their offense in check once again. Go with Washington to cover the money line. Our total pick: take the under on Wednesday. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers will have Tony Gonsolin starting on Wednesday evening. Gonsolin continues to silence the opposition, recording 5 shutout innings against a hot Cardinals offense last week and earned the win to improve to 2-1. The young right-hander has been incredible, posting 17 consecutive scoreless innings and now has a dazzling 1.13 ERA and 0.92 WHIP in 24 innings pitched on the season. He has only allowed 2 home runs. Gonsolin has dominated the Braves in his career, allowing only 2 runs in 15 innings, accompanied by a 1-0 record. Los Angeles is in the middle of a daunting 10-game road trek against strong opponents. They lost 3 of 4 to the Cardinals this past weekend due to pitching issues. They are dealing with several key injuries including Dustin May and Julio Urias to name a few. The offense scored 23 runs in the series against the Cardinals. The Dodgers have several key pitchers injured, but fortunately, they have Tony Gonsolin on the mound in this one. Gonsolin has been lights out. He has not allowed an earned run in 3 consecutive starts spanning 16 innings, and the Dodgers have won in 3 of his last 4 outings. Gonsolin has yet to allow an earned run on the road this season. Furthermore, the Dodgers' offense is hot. They have amassed 5 or more runs in 8 of their last 9 games, including an 8-6 win in Monday's series opener and another 8 runs on Tuesday. Braves starter Elder is pitching well but is still a young pitcher and has yet to pitch against the Dodgers in his career. While his ERA is at 2.06, his expected ERA is higher at 4.55. Our team pick is Los Angeles Dodgers. The Braves will have Bryce Elder on the hill on Wednesday. Elder came through with another solid outing last time out, limiting the Mariners to only 2 runs in 6 innings, leading to a no decision in a game the Braves won. The young right-hander is having a spectacular year, limiting his opponent to 2 or fewer runs in all but 2 starts, and is sporting a 2.06 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP, complemented by a 3-0 record in 52.1 innings pitched. This is his first meeting against the Dodgers. Atlanta has been inconsistent. They recently were swept by the Blue Jays earlier this month and have rebounded by going 4-3 in their last 7 games entering Tuesday. They won 2 of 3 road bouts against a hot Rangers squad and proceeded to win another 2 games against the Mariners last weekend. The Braves are 4-6 in their last 10 decisions. Go with under 9.5 runs here.